Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I know I've been absent for quite a while, but there is a reason for that. I think I forgot how to speak in front of the camera. Whew. Look at that, look at that. Okay, you have read the title. I'm a Finnish resident now. This is crazy. This is the dream that I have been working towards for 6 years, maybe a bit less. 5.5 maybe, or something like that. But I'm a resident now. And if I tell you it was an easy process, I would lie. And if I tell you it was a difficult process, I would also lie, because it was hella hard. It's not just difficult, but oh my god. I don't even know where to start. I guess let's just settle the timeline. Maybe, okay, from the start. First this whole story, then my thoughts about it. Or, I don't know, let's just take it as it comes. So, if you don't know, I moved to Finland in June last year, and it was an improvisation. Because for many years I was figuring out how to do that. I was looking for jobs, and I don't know. I was just like, I'll just move to Finland and I'll see what's gonna happen next. So my plan was to come here and just start looking for a job here. When you're in a different country, and I mean in Russia, it's not like the best option to search for the job abroad. I mean, you can, of course, if you're a super duper cool specialist, or I don't know, game developer, whoever, engineer. But I'm a teacher. I have always been a teacher. I have always worked in the education sphere, so it's a bit trickier. And I mean, I'm not telling that I was only looking for a job in educational sphere. I mean, I also considered waitresses, also like service industry, and everything that, I mean, I think, okay, I'm sorry. I'm such a mess, and I became such a mess in this, what, almost a year, not a year, but in June it will be 1 year, so like 10 months, 9.5. I was considering all types of jobs. I was sending applications like crazy. I think I sent over 200, 250, something like that. And of course also in all the schools and kindergartens and all that places, childcare, everything. The process was hella stressful, of course, because it's not easy to get rejection after rejection after rejection, or just no reply whatsoever. And of course I knew that, and I was ready for that. You know, I'm trying to recollect all the things that happened last year, and I'm struggling. I think like the brain, that's like not just survival mode, that's self-preservation mode. Like your brain tries to forget all the stressful stuff and all the bad stuff and all that. So yeah, I'm struggling here a bit now, but okay, I've been talking for ages now. Let's get straight to the point, to the 8th of August, that blessed day. On that day, I got a response from one of the schools I applied to. And yeah, the principal said, yeah, can I call you? We might need you, and all that. And well, she called, we discussed things. So they basically needed a teaching assistant with a Russian background, because they had a couple of Russian students, and the principal said that I would come in handy, absolutely, and that could be mutually beneficial, and it was, of course, it still is, kinda, but no spoilers. That was super exciting. You can't imagine. In a couple of days, I was already at school, meeting people, like realizing what I'm gonna be doing. And also the funny thing, oh my god, that should be a separate video. But the irony, I moved to Finland, but now, and also like last year, I urgently started learning Swedish because it's a freaking Swedish speaking school. Seriously, the irony. I mean, that's fun. I didn't expect that, and I mean, one more language, why not? And Swedish is kind of easy because like German and French background help, and English of course. So yeah, okay. So basically, with zero Swedish, I got a job at a Swedish speaking school. And also, what are the odds? I got the job in education. So that's just what I do best, educate people. Of course, I mean, it's not a teaching job, it's a teaching assistant job. It's not paid well. It's not paid yet. Spoilers, no. So, but yeah, of course that's not what I was expected to be doing after 30, but I moved to a new country. That was to be expected, and I'm super grateful for this opportunity, and I'm having so much fun at school. But again, spoilers, or maybe another video. That should be another video about my experience at school. And in August, I was like, yes, now I can start the process of applying for a resident permit because I have a job. So I started collecting documents, and I also needed a contract, apparently. In the beginning of September, I was like, okay, I still have no contract, but I'll apply for the permit anyway, I'll submit the contract later. I have no idea, no one knows still why the process of getting at least some paper that resembles a contract took not half a year, but many months, but again, spoilers. So yeah, in the beginning of September I applied, but I couldn't get a contract at school for the reason that I still don't understand, because I mean, no one could explain it to me properly. But I was supposed to be hired by a recruiting agency, I guess, company, that works for school. And it sounds okay, it sounded fine. But since I'm a Russian person with no residency in Finland, or I don't know, no, like even my Russian criminal record paper, like the absence of criminal record paper, I mean, it's in Russian. And like all these things, they added up so that even recruiting agency like couldn't give me anything. But you know, that was ridiculous. Everyone thought and still thinks that it's ridiculous, because you can just give me a job offer and I can submit it to Migri. But the process of persuading people to give me at least something took, so it started since the middle of August, and somewhere in the middle of November I got more or less okay paper. Can you imagine that? So basically, half of the August, September, October, half of November, I was just basically working for free. Spoilers, I still work for free. Just because, I mean, I needed to be there, I was settling down there, that was my place, and I mean, it was fine, because, again, I knew that the difficulties would have arisen, I knew that. But the thing that, like, people were so reluctant to cooperate, like, even in this situation, like, all the schools need staff, and I was apparently needed there, and in a few months I developed such a good relationship with the kids, the teacher who I work with, I'm her assistant, and everyone, and that was heartbreaking. It's still heartbreaking, and I've always struggled to talk about emotional stuff, so I can't really find words now. Yeah, that's one part of the story. Around the middle of November, I got the paper, I submitted it to Migri, and then I just started to wait, because I had no idea how much time Migri would need to at least start the process. 1 month later, a bit more, in the end of December, like I think that was the last school week before Christmas holidays, I finally got an email that the process has started. And I was like, no freaking way. Imagine how happy I was and how hopeful I was. Because I thought, okay, now it should be quick. They will see all the documents and maybe in January they will give me a permit and I will finally be recruited officially and start earning money. That didn't happen. In January, Migri asked for more papers. Apparently the paper that I was given wasn't really good enough and I needed another one. This time I got this paper quite quickly, so thanks to that. And then the waiting game began again. It was, well, closer to maybe the end of January, maybe middle. And then I started waiting, because like I knew that TE office also needed to make a decision, like partial decision on that, and Migri also. And then January ended. I was like, okay, that was a couple of weeks, that's fine. Then February, and then March. And I was like, what the hell? I should have called them earlier. That's maybe my bad, but also not my bad, because I mean, I didn't know what was happening. So what was that? A few weeks ago, maybe, I guess in the beginning of March, I called Migri. Like, guys, I have been waiting for my resident permit for 6 months already. That's ridiculous. Like, maximum time is 4 months that you can see on their website, and that's unacceptable. I have been working for free. I have been living in poverty basically, but that's another story. Let's finish with the timeline. So guys, like, what can we do? What's going on? And they said, but we are still waiting for the decision from the TE office. And I was like, oh come on, TE office shouldn't like take this long to do that, like almost 2 months. I called the TE office and they said, your employer hasn't responded yet. And I was like, what the hell? Again the waiting game from my employer. Imagine how many breakdowns I have had during this time, but again, that's another story. So I contacted my employer, the recruiting agency, and they said, oh no, apologies, we lost the request from the TE office. I mean, I was speechless. Seriously, you lost it. So I've been waiting for a few months and you just lost it. Yes, I should have called earlier, but they also shouldn't have lost it. I mean, yes, things happen. We're all people. Yes, mistakes happen, I know that. And I mean, I'm not like blaming them too hard, because I understand really things happen, but it's just, I mean, it was like a punch after punch after punch, and it was super difficult for me. So yeah, they replied for the request, and then I had to call TE office a couple of more times to ask like what's going on. And finally, on the 14th of March this year, I got my resident permit. I mean, not the resident permit, my decision that I've been granted my resident permit in Finland. And my brain immediately wants to forget everything, all the bad things, and just celebrate. And this is incredible. Oh my god, guys, my heart was beating so fast when I got the decision, when I read it. That's incredible. I'm super grateful for everyone involved, although it took ages to get to this point. This is a thing worth celebrating. But it's not all. It's not all. I'm still not recruited, because I need to receive the card itself first. I need to have a bank account. Also, the criminal record paper is a pain in my butt. That's what I can say about the timeline. And I mean, I got the hoodie. Look at that. Yeah, I will be showing it to everyone, because this hoodie is also a symbol of me being a Finnish resident person who works for the city. Because like these hoodies are given to people who work for the city. And I do. I mean, apart from the resident permit, this thing, I wanted it so much you can't even imagine. No one really knew. I was just given it as a gift at school when I told the principal the news. And this is incredible. So, yeah, that's the timeline. That's the story. I'm a teaching assistant at a Swedish-speaking school in Finland. Still not employed, but we are getting there. I'll keep you updated on that. Okay, I'll get you a bit closer. The lighting is not super good, but that's what I have. I also see I tried to improvise with the backdrop. So, probably you're wondering how I've been living for all this month without salary. Well, bad. I mean, I didn't have enough money to support myself for this long in Finland. And, well, who knew? I didn't expect that also. But, I mean, September was more or less okay, but maybe... Well, I guess since September, or maybe October, my family had to start paying for my rent, and this is embarrassing. Not only embarrassing, but it's just... I feel super uncomfortable about that, because, I mean, I don't have the most expensive flat. I mean, it's quite cheap, let's be honest. I don't pay much for it. But still, the amount of money that's considered cheap here is quite a decent amount of money in Russia. And the fact that they have been paying my rent since autumn and still they're doing it now, I hope that March will be the last month that this thing happened. That's horrible. Of course, I will return the money, but I don't know when, because I need to earn something at least now. And sorry, I got the sniffles. And I mean, being a teaching assistant, I won't have a very good salary, but I mean, that's fine, we can handle that. But yeah, I'm super much in debt right now for the rent and also for other small things. I'm in debt to my friends, and yeah, and that's a horrible situation, really. And also the fact that I had to transfer money like from Russia to Armenia and pay here. Imagine all the commissions and all that stuff and all the stress when you deal with Armenian banks, you can't even imagine. Again, I'm super grateful that Armenia gave me a card. Super grateful. But I want to have a Finnish card so bad, not to deal with Armenian banks anymore. So basically my family has been covering rent, and as for food and all the like basic stuff you need in life, you will never guess my budget. I mean, I had a little bit of classes in Russia, like online with my Russian students, and my budget for a month since I guess October has been 100 euros. Yes, you heard it correct. 100 euros for a month for food and little things that I might need. I've never experienced poverty before. I mean, that's an experience. That's something that I will be remembering when I'm old, and I'll be like, I have sisu, a lot of sisu, but also I hate pasta and potatoes now. Like super hate, but they're kind of annoying. I mean, should I make a video like how to survive for 100 euros a month? But like 100, that was like that was a relative amount. I remember there was a month or two that I had 50 euros, and so but I'm trying to have my weekly budget for food around 10-15 euros. It's horrible, I know. And you know, I'm doing well. I mean, I'm doing well at doing that, having this budget. I'm not doing well physically. My body hates me, probably. Well, sometimes I can notice that. My mental health, that's just, it flew out of the window. I mean, I'm trying. I got this fantastic news, and it just like compensated for half of the pain that I experienced. I I have been experiencing. I mean, it's still not there. Basically, yes. That's the amount of money that I could spend, and still same situation. I'm super lucky to have a few people here who have been supporting me. They're amazing, and I'm super grateful to them. Like, mentally and food-wise, they have been here for me. And it's incredible. I'm super lucky in that way. And surprisingly, like, my social life hasn't suffered. I mean, I got new friends, and I had like some events, for example, school parties, you know, like Halloween party, Christmas party, although Christmas party, oh my god, I had a breakdown. I mean, December was hard. I think I was a mess in December. But not only in December, but December was like peak point. What else? I mean, I don't even know what to tell. So basically, yeah, I was trying to survive. That was a survival mode. But I managed to do that. You know, at times, oh god, I can't really speak about feelings. Like, who can do that? That's like superpower. I really felt that I could break anytime. No, I'm shit at talking about things. But I was this close to breaking. But it didn't happen. See? I guess Caesar helped. I don't know. All people around me, of course, helped also. And hope. I'm also an eternal optimist. So it also helped. And yeah, I had so much support. Like, I'm not talking about food-wise support now, but I appreciate it a lot. You can't even imagine. But also from people not only here, but all of my friends, all of my family. That the day that I received the news about the permit, I started calling people, and I was on the phone for an hour and a half or so. And that's incredible. I called so many people. I received so much love on that day. Seriously, I don't remember the last time I received so much love. And that's incredible. So, I mean, this is an experience. That's definitely an experience that I will remember forever. I mean, I learned how to survive, how to push through, persist, and just try and like do everything to reach my goals, my dreams. I also discovered feelings and realized, I mean, I knew that I had a lot of wonderful people around me. I'm super lucky in this sense. But once again, I realized that how great they are, and how many more times I need to repeat the word lucky. And I'm super lucky. I guess I also discovered things about myself. I mean, like deep down I knew that would happen. I was confident about that deep down, but also, I mean, maybe it's not super humble to say that, but I'm proud of myself. I mean, I'm here, I haven't broken down. I mean, I still need to get recruited and get my salary. But I'll be there. Hopefully soon. I really hope that it's gonna happen soon. I don't know what else to say at this point. I just hope that maybe this experience will help somebody also. Like, guys, I would appreciate it a lot if you share it. Like, for people who want to immigrate, so that they know that that's not easy. And that things can happen. They should be prepared, also financially. Absolutely. That's like my first point. But also maybe with other people, Finnish people, European people, so that they know like how people from outside the people from outside the EU struggle to get here, although they dream to be here. Just for people to know this story, and that I'm sure there are plenty of people like me out there. I don't know, like, how is it still possible in the 21st century and in this society? Like, and these years also have been crazy, but You know, like a few days ago I went to Sam Hubbard's gig. Yes, and I still have the opportunity to go to gigs, although I still owe money for that ticket, but but gigs give me life, you know that. And the last song was Pelastetään maailmaa. Since the song was released, it went right there. But on that day, it was like, what the hell? When will we finally start saving the world, like properly? So people won't need to live in poverty, struggle, and I mean, that's just a rant about society now, not about my life story. I mean, it's kind of connected, but I don't know what else to say. I will absolutely tell you about my experience at school because, oh my god, so many new things, some unexpected things, and also exciting. And the kids, oh my god, they're so nice. The kids are so sweet. And like all the people at school, such a nice school. I don't want to say any names here or names like of organizations and school, just to keep this private. But that's the place where I was supposed to be working. I mean, I feel that. So I'll tell you all about this in the next video, or maybe in a video, I don't know. No plans for that yet. I'm still stressed, give me time. But I'll try to be inspired, for sure. Thank you very much for listening. I don't know how long this video will be, to be honest. I hope that not too long. I will be very grateful if you share this and comment, like, and subscribe, or like if you're not yet subscribed and all that stuff. I'll just want to spread the word and so that people would know that things happen, a lot of things happen. And also in the happiest country in the world for the 6th time in a row. Congratulations everyone, by the way. And now I'm a resident of the happiest country in the world. Yay. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I missed you and hope I won't get lost again. I'll see you in the next video.